Peace, 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 peace. Blessings be upon you. Blessings be upon you. What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. Grandmaster Saya back in the house one more time, one more again. And I will be very brief today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for lending your ear. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. And hit the notification bell and all of those good things as it is necessary. Now, what we have today is, I was doing a little studying and I was reading the book of Jeremiah. All right, I was reading the book of Jeremiah. And I came across something, mystical, and so I'm gonna share it with the family. Now, this is Jeremiah 5:5. So the translation will read, well, just to give a little context, if you don't know much about the book of Jeremiah, all right, so far, from what I can see, I believe I'm up until like the 9th chapter. But from what I can see is that the Israelites and Judah, they have turned their backs against their God. And since they have turned their backs against their God, they are being punished for it, right? And so this isn't one of those situations where somebody will read the Bible and take it out of context in one of those situations. No, this is one of the situations where the actual context makes it even better. All right. And so the translation will tell you that it says, I will get me unto the great man. I will get me unto the great man, and will speak unto them, for they know the way of the Lord, and the ordinance of their God. But these had altogether broken the yoke and burst the bands. Right? And so, I will warn you, I'm not fluent in biblical Hebrew, but I know some Hebrew. So it's just something I like to study. And so, as we read this in the Hebrew, right, and we try our best to grasp this, you understand what I'm saying? So when you read it in the Hebrew, it's Aleka. I'm going to guide the mouse. It's Aleka li El ha Gedolim Va Deborah Oot Ki Chema Yaru Derek Yahava Mishpat Elohim Ach Hema Yechadu Shibaru O Nitaku Mezorat. And so as you really read this, right, either two things happen. The translators either told you what they wanted you to think this was, or they purposely hid something. Right? And my beliefs is, and my theory is, this verse pertains to something mystical. Now, once this unraveled in my mind as I read this, and I guess you can kind of say divinely was appointed this, you know, as I meditated on it, I can't really tell you what I seen, but I kind of just, I got is the word affirmation? What did I say? Confirmation. I'm sorry. I got a little confirmation, right? Was just kind of like a seal to let me know that I was on to something. So as we go through this, all right, aleka, the first word, the root word of this word means to walk. And so this is why they translate as I will get, or I will go get. Because leka means to walk, right? Two. Leka li el ha gedolim. Now, they translated gedolim or ha gedolim. Ha means the. They translated ha gedolim as great men. But honestly, that's just put in there because either someone figured this is what they have to be talking about because they don't really understand what they're saying, or they purposely put it there to mislead someone because they don't really, they don't really want you to know what's being said. All right. So Gedol means great. And Im is plural. So the greats, or the great ones. So essentially, you have walk with El, the great ones. Now, a lot of us should know that El also means God. God singular, God masculine. So right off the back, you have walk with El, or walk near to El, or walk towards El, or walk to El, or walk with El, the great ones. All right. But this word is also used as two, right? But you got to use your spiritual eye too. This also means God, right? So walk with God. Okay. Walk with God. Ha Gedolim. Walk with El, the great. Walk with El, the great ones. So even if you take the L out, it's still walk with the great ones. So who is this great ones that they're talking about? So it has walk with El, the great ones, and Va, and Deborah, and speak, and speak. Now this word right here cannot be translated. There's no translation for it. Othim. And the root word of this word is at, which is aleph and tav. And anyone who has read the Zohar would know that this is determinative, and it means the presence of the Shekinah. Now, what is the Shekinah if you're not seasoned in this information that I'm speaking about? Shekinah is the feminine aspect of the Godhead, of the Creator, right? Also called Nukva, right? So this is the presence of the Shekinah. So anytime, because there is no translation or meaning for the word at or et, which is aleph and tav, but it's all over the place, but there's no meaning for it. So this is the presence of the Shekinah. So what do we have so far? Walk with El, the great ones, and speak. And speak. And we have Shekinah. right? Ki, which is a determinative, a prefix, determinative or a prefix, one of them, excuse me, I'm sorry. So it's really not, this is really not a word. It really denotes something. It complements another word to help you understand what's being said and what's going on. So walk with El and speak with, we have Shekinah right here, the feminine aspect of the creator, because there is no translation. And Kabbalistically in the Zohar, we know that At means the Shekinah. Ki, Hema, them, Yadu, know, direct way or road, okay? So speak with them because they know the way of who? Yahweh. Mishpat. They know the way of Yahweh, and Mishpat of the Elohim. And Mishpat means law. It's hard to define this word in English terms. So, you know, words invoke a knowing. And so really, this word encompasses the totality in the knowledge, in the awareness, in the consciousness of the Elohim. Right? Now, hold on. I'm bugging. I forgot to pull up the Sephiroth. I'm tripping. Okay. We'll use this one. Oh, man. Can I blow it up? Oh, man. I'm trying to blow it up, bruh. So this is the Sephiroth, right? And so now let's go back to Elohim. Because when they talking about the great ones, or they talking about the greats, they're not talking about no men. They are talking about Elohim. How do you know they're talking about Elohim? Because Elohim has this H before the M. And the only thing that I could find for this H being before the M means that the H and the M is a prefix that means them. So it's third person. So somebody is speaking in third person when they're talking about the Elohim, the great ones. They're talking about the Elohim because Elohim is usually spelled Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Mem. But it has this Hey superimposed inside the Elohim, which means them, third person. See, this is the great ones that they're talking about. And also you have the Shekinah here that you can't forget about. That's a part of the Elohim. All right. And if you don't know what the Elohim is, it's usually described by this tree here, which is called the tree of life. Right? Which is called the tree of life. And so walk with El, the great ones, and speak with them. Or you could say, and speak with Shekinah, and speak with them. Because they know the way of Yahweh. And they know the way of Yahweh in the ways and the totality and the consciousness of the Elohim. right? Ak, Hema, Yechadu, Shabaru, Ol. So then you have unite, unite, and I believe burst, and yoke, and tear, restraints. So then you have the unite. Then you have the unite. When they unite, what happens when they unite? When they unite, where we at? I'm sorry. When they unite, they will burst the yoke and tear the restraints. Mezorat, restraints. O, yoke. And Netaku, tear. So so what is this saying? It's saying walk with the Elohim and speak with them. Okay? In the presence of Shekinah there. Just another indicator. And speak with them. Because they know the ways of Yahweh. Right? They know the ways of Yahweh. But see, now that I'm reading, I'm seeing how they can say, speak with the great man, but man is not there. And so, what am I getting to? Before I confuse myself, what am I getting to? See, this tree is a totality of entities, right? Anybody that studies the occult know what this tree means. It's a tree of entities. But where people can get mixed up is that this tree, just because you see this tree, doesn't mean that it's symbolic of the same entities which is being spoke about in Jeremiah. Because it explicitly states you have worship other Elohim. That's what it says. It says you worship other Elohim. So there's other Elohim. And so just because you see this tree doesn't mean it's applied to the same deities, right? This is just a physical construct of a hierarchy of a legion of deities. Just a hierarchy of a legion of deities. But in this case, it's the Elohim of Yahweh, the perfect name, Yahweh Elohim. So, before we go, walk with El, the great ones, or the greatest, and speak with them, right? And speak with them. And we got Shekinah right here. And they know the way of Yahweh in the consciousness of the Elohim. And when they unite, what happens when they unite? What happens when they unite? They burst and tear the restraints. You see what I'm saying? And so, there you have it, family. That's it. I never would have thought this would have been 20 minutes. I thought it would have been a lot more brief than this, but there you have it. And so, you know, before I go, before I let y'all go, is that, yeah, man, there's, you know, and also, chapter 5, verse 5 and 5 makes 10, which also alludes to the 10 Sephiroth. Okay? Don't want to leave that out. Verse 5, chapter 5, 5 and 5 also alludes to the 10 Sephiroth. Okay? All right? Don't want to leave that out. And so, essentially, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about the family tree of the Elohim. The great ones. The great ones. All right? The great ones. And so, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back. Y'all be good.